Just very briefly, what is MEETA? MEETA, we're really an asset management. It's a society based within Engineers Ireland, and it's a special interest group for maintenance, reliability, and asset management practitioners. People that are working in the maintenance and asset management industry find a common ground there. Briefly, it was created more than 40 years ago as an amalgamation of the National Maintenance Association and the Energy Management Association, as well as incorporating what was known at the time as the technology of environmental protection. MEETA stands for Maintenance, Energy and Environment Technology Association. Quite a mouthful, I will say. So then the people that were there at the time shortened it up to read MEETA. During around the 1990s, MEETA engaged with the Institution of Engineers Ireland, which was what Engineers Ireland was called at that time, and they formed a society within it, and then that has prospered. And now MEETA is well established within the Engineers Ireland as a society. Um, After some review during 2021, the name was updated to read MEETA Asset Management to reflect the current thinking and be more in line with what we do. Um, People going back a while would be familiar with the top logo, which was the old logo. The new logos are what you see in the bottom now, depending on what type of a heading is being used. It's either the one on the left or the one on the right. Our main aim is to drive real improvements. Our operating model really is to promote asset management, maintenance, and reliability across the whole island, and to try and drive real improvements in the Irish industrial sector. The National Committee comprises mainly of members from various sectors of industry and service suppliers. There's a fairly broad sector and a fairly broad group of people involved in it, so that all sectors within the country are well represented. Moving on towards the awards, the National Committee as a group, we believe that the work of hardworking and skilled professionals in the field of asset management maintenance needs to be fully and they deserve to be properly recognised. It isn't in many places or many factories where maintenance is well recognised. So with that in mind, we're excited to announce the launch of the annual MEETA Awards for 2025. Each category winner will receive a trophy and a certificate, and I'll go through the categories now in a moment. The Management Awards, they are really Ireland's leading award showcase for the maintenance and asset management sector. Uh, they span four categories and they recognise some excellent, innovative and high quality work. There's a lot of work, a lot of good high quality and very innovative work going on in the asset management and the maintenance sector. And this is an opportunity to get that work recognized and share the learning with others and maybe learn from others as well along the way. The award categories are typically split into four sections, Part A, B, C, and D. Part A is the Industrial Awards, which breaks out a bit further, and I'll go into more detail in them in a moment. Part B looks at safety and skills. Part C is the environmental part of it, which is very important nowadays. And Part D then is a student award for students who have an interest in maintenance and up and coming projects. So it results in there being six awards presented plus the student award. But if we just look at the industrial awards, the part is the industrial awards. There are two sections to that. Part one is the best practice in innovation and maintenance management. And part two is the best practice in technology and asset information management. So you might be doing a lot of work and you might be doing something very practical. So and something very innovative in maintenance management. So that would fall into the first. The second part is how well you're applying technology or asset information to drive improvement and be innovative. Part B, safety and skills. We're all very well aware safety is a key factor in industry, and none more so than in maintenance and asset management. It's a place where people are at the forefront of machines all day long. So it is very important. Here we're looking really for something that's a bit out of the ordinary, not your standard, but have you come up with something that's above and beyond what is the statutory requirements. The second part of it is skills and workforce and the development of them. Skills, as anyone in the industry nowadays is be well aware, skills are highly important. The whole jobs market, the need for skills, the requirement, information technology, and artificial intelligence is moving forward so rapidly. Keeping skills up to date, keeping in touch with what's going on, keeping your workforce updated with the latest skills is crucial. So how do you go about that? How have you managed it? Part C then is the environmental award. It's really aimed at best practice in environmental control as applied to maintenance management. Are you doing something in relation to your maintenance or your asset management that's above and beyond what statutory is, that's innovative? It might be very cost reducing. It might be very environmentally friendly. It, it's helping to benefit things, something more so than just complying with legislation. And part D then is the student award. That's for the best student industry entry, and I will talk about that separately later on. The award that everybody is always striving to win is the overall award, and that's aimed at the project is deemed by the judges to be the most impressive, and that will be awarded the Sean Hennessy Perpetual Trophy. That is the target that most people that enter are aiming to win. The trophy there, you can see is in being held up there, is the award. The award comes back at the end of the year, but there's a plaque. You get a plaque, which you can display in your workplace. It's similar to what's in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen there. It's a mount plaque. It looks like the top of the trophy, and it's made from the same material. It's quite a substantial piece. A lot of people are impressed with it when they see it. So if we look at a bit more detail in there at the projects that can be entered and the categories they fall into. So best practice in innovation and maintenance management. You're looking at projects, products or frameworks that demonstrate new techniques or innovative approaches to asset management. Best practice at any or all of its life stages. So you're looking, what have you done? What kind of a framework might have you put in place? What kind of products have you designed in order to make maintenance more and asset management more efficient, more innovative? Is this information useful to someone else? Part two of that is best practice in technology and asset information. You're looking at projects demonstrating best practice techniques, originality in the use of management of asset management data, and technology for decision making. How do you use it? Existing software programs don't fall into the scope of this award. Um, so you just need to be doing something that's innovative within your own company that applies to you, that works well. Maybe it can be scaled up or scaled out. But how do you manage? How do you use technology to make things more efficient? Might be something that you have done here in Ireland that's working well across other factories that you have. It might be something that's only within your own company. So it's it's a matter of looking closely at what you're doing and how well you apply it. Safety, safety and asset management probably speaks for itself, but it's what the judges be looking for is what you're doing demonstrates the best use of practice to deliver safer asset management You're looking at exceptional commitment to health and safety by the company or the organization. Uh, you really have to be able to provide evidence of an initiative or approach that goes beyond what's required, the requirements of health and safety. Saying you have a super way of keeping track of safety relief valves wouldn't fall into that category unless it is something really, really exceptional, because you are required to maintain your safety relief valves with a statutory requirement. But there are other opportunities there. I'm sure that people, when they look around themselves and the way they do safety and the way they practice safety, it's above and beyond what's required for statutory, and it is innovative within their own plant. Skills and workforce. Again, the skills gap at the moment can get wide very quickly, and it's a significant challenge to every factory going forward. What we're looking for here is examples of successful and innovative recruitment, training, and development of staff retention. What are you doing that's making sure your people are well trained, that you're holding on to the right people, that you're hiring the right people? How can everybody else learn from this? How well is it working for you? Uh, what kind of a system have you set up that's worthwhile looking at? Environmental, I suppose, projects which demonstrate fresh thinking in the environmental management, uh, targeted at overcoming challenges to promote good decision making, innovative design again, and best use of resources. Complying with statutory legislation is just not at the award level. Are you doing something better? Have you put something in place that means you no longer have to treat your wastewater, that you can circulate it back into your plant, as an example? Things like that, where you've gone above and beyond the normal statutory requirements in order to comply with environmental. Moving on to the student award. Any project by full-time or part-time students which demonstrates good initiative, creativity, and problem solving. It's typically for final year projects, but you don't have to be a final year project if you're in third year and you feel you have a good project underway. Then, by all means, don't hesitate to enter. And so it's all about delivering something unique in terms of asset management. What can be gained, and it doesn't matter whether it's the industry, whether it's the environment, the student award or the main awards, the same things really fit, but they provide an outstanding opportunity to recognise excellence. Everybody likes to be rewarded for what they do. Maintenance, and I worked in maintenance for 40 plus years, nearly 50 years, I suppose. Maintenance often doesn't get a lot of recognition. It can get a lot of abuse when things go wrong, but they don't get a lot of recognition when things are going well. So it's an opportunity to be able to hold your head up and say, yeah, look, we won an award for maintenance, we must be doing something right. They recognise outstanding contributions and achievements of both individuals, teams, organisations, whatever type of a setup you have within it. It's an opportunity for maintenance professionals to showcase use of best practice and systems and processes. It's also an opportunity to share ideas and meet with like-minded people and maybe gather some more new ideas that you can apply to your own new ideas. And it's a chance to show what your organisation can do in asset management and celebrate those successes on the factory floor. What type of projects are eligible? Any asset management or maintenance related project involving the application of a technical solution or business process improvement to increase the effectiveness and efficiency of asset care or maintenance. Or any project that improves the working environment for people in the workplace in terms of either diversity, health, and safety. Again, I always say it beyond the statutory requirements. We all have to comply with certain statutory level. It's going above and beyond that that really makes the improvement. Or any project that goes above and beyond normal practice and continued an ongoing commitment to sustainability and environmental improvements over a period of time. But the one thing is every project should have a maintenance and asset management component. Sometimes they get rolled up in new development projects, but when you start to break them down and look closely at them, it gives a benefit from a maintenance and asset management point of view, and it's a matter of trying to make sure that comes through in your submission. What's the entry process? Candidates submit an application before the deadline, which is the 13th of October, uh, using the entry form on the Engineers Ireland website. Uh, the preliminary written by the MEETA Asset Management evaluation team and the judging panel of all applications, and from that a shortlist is selected. Shortlisted interns then are invited to deliver a 10-minute presentation on their project, followed by a 15-minute in-depth review by the judging panel. Our judging panel meets in Dublin in Clyde Road. Interns can either deliver their submission online, or we are happy to see someone face to face if that's what they really want to do. Most people choose the online option or rather than traveling to Dublin for 25 minutes. So, entry submission requirements, they're pretty simple. They're all made by email. Details are on the entry form. Participants are required to complete the official entry form and address the evaluation criteria. I'll talk about that in a minute. Sticking to the maximum word count overall. Word limits represent upper bounds. Submissions will not be penalised for being more concise. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Sorry. Uh, we try to ask that the filing format is observed as strictly as possible because it makes it a lot easier for everyone to read the submissions and try and evaluate the shortlist and prepare for the online evaluations or for the face-to-face evaluations, whichever the case may be. So we're looking for you to use A4, font AOL size 12, double spaced, no images or charts, and no supplementary material added. Uh, we have gone to this because some people would add maybe 10 or 12 pages of pictures and graphs or whatever. It's just judges are busy. They just don't have the time to go through it all. To ensure that there's a fairly standard submission, we're looking for a fairly standard format on the submission. The judging process, after they've been received, all entries will be sent for the first round review. Everyone is carefully scrutinised and the best are selected to go forward to the shortlist in each category. The shortlist of finalists will be notified and assigned a presentation time from Engineers Ireland. The judges will meet in Dublin and we'll score each of the entries against a predetermined set of scores. They are collected and collated following the presentation, and these determine the winning entries. And the winners will be announced at an award ceremony to be held in Dublin this year on the 27th of November. Still working on completing the entry. Important to address each of the headings under the evaluation criteria, taking note of the word count. There is some flexibility in each. I will go on to it in a minute. Each criteria has a word count assigned to it. It's not critical that you stick to the word count for that, but you should stick to the word count for the overall document, which is 2,000 words. Now, you won't be penalised for 2,100, or don't be writing a 5,000 word document. The evaluation criteria, the concept, brief outline of the initiative, how it originated, the main objective. We're saying 150 words. If you spend 200 or 250 words, it doesn't matter. How did you get there? What gave you the idea? Where did the concept come from? Delivery. Explain who the key players in delivering the initiative are and how they work together to deliver the success. Was there a team formed? Uh, what was involvement? Was there senior management involvement? Whatever it was, how was it done? One of the key parts that all the judges look very closely at then is innovation and originality. What's the innovation behind the initiative? How does it go beyond existing practice? What makes it stand out from other initiatives in the industry? Why are you different? How does it use the asset management tools and techniques in an innovative and original manner? Originality is always the most important criteria. And when the judges are looking at it, they're looking to see how original are you in your thinking and the way you've applied things. It may be existing techniques that's been there, but you're using them in a new way. How it goes beyond statutory requirements. We suggest 500 words for that. Potential, what's the potential for adopting this initiative across other industries? How well would it work? How well might it work across other factories within your own organization if you have such a situation? Knowledge, how the project has contributed to improve maintenance knowledge of the organization. How has maintenance overall got better within the organization? How has it changed strategy? Has your business changed its strategic outlook or the way it sets up its maintenance strategy as a result of what you've learned? Impact and risk. How any potential risks associated with the project or the initiative were assessed. Right? Was there, if you were going for making a big change to do something, was there a risk associated with that? How did you assess it? How did you conclude that the risk going forward was worth it, or what did you do to mitigate it? Implementation, what measurable benefits have been achieved or expected? Ideally, if you can, without breaching confidentiality, include some level of financial, health and safety, environmental benefit across there that gives the judges an idea of how beneficial the project was to your factory. Integration, how the project has been integrated into the organization's existing asset management system to deliver ongoing benefits. Was it a one-off snapshot? You just got the benefit there and then for that? Or is it something that's going to continue to deliver for the next 5, 10 years until it's time to make a change again? So all of those things are there. Suggested work counts are behind each evaluation criteria. They're a good guideline, but if the target is 200 and you write 300 because there's a lot there, it just means you have to knock 100 off it somewhere. Keeping to the overall work count is key. Two tips. It's free to enter the Asset Management Awards, so it won't cost you anything. When you are completing the entry, consider the following. All activities cited in support of your entries must be ongoing in Ireland within the last 12 months. And that's the island of Ireland, whether it's in Belfast or Kerry, it doesn't matter. They be ongoing in the last 12 months. If it started 2 years ago or 3 years ago and has only come to fruition in the last 12 months, then that's fine. Once it's still ongoing last year. Ensure your submission fits your overall work count. Huge reams of additional information will not be considered. People just don't have time to be going through a 20 or 30 page submission. Read the criteria and make sure you cover each point. The judges use that criteria as a basis for scores, and they also use it as a means of working out the shortlist. So make sure you touch on each criteria point. Ensure the target area you have entered for. Put yourself in the judge's shoes. Think about what would really impress them. Ask yourself, if you were sitting in the judge's seat, what would impress you? What makes you special and distinctive? Good layout pays dividends. You're not judged on how pretty the entry looks, but busy judges are inevitably attracted to easy to read, neatly laid out entries. First, don't be modest. You have only a few words to say it. Your opening words are crucial. Don't be trying to ramble into something. Every word should count. Every word is getting the method or the mission of the project across. And be very proud of what you've done. All the projects that I've ever seen are all fantastic. No? So be proud of what you've done. Enter the right category. Some companies seem to enter certain categories and then ignore the one which would stand a much better chance of winning. So look very closely at your entry, maybe before you draft it, after you draft it, and say, ask yourself, am I entering the right category here? No? Somebody might be trying to put a technical project through, but when you look at it and dig deep into it, it's really a safety project. But there's a lot of technical information in it. It might fit a lot better with it as being a safety project. So make sure you're targeting the right project. And ensure you're right about the category you're planning to enter. I have seen submissions start out targeting one category, and as they move down the criteria, they have moved to talk about something else. So make sure you read it afterwards. Maybe get someone else to look at it, and make sure you're putting your best foot forward at all times. When you come to the presentation, if you're shortlisted, ensure you speak about the project you have entered. Believe me, I have seen people come up and I've looked at the at the submission and said, is this person speaking about the same project? Uh, they just lose it in the when they sit down to do the presentation in the way they put it forward. Again, I say, boast, don't be modest. You only have a few minutes to get it across, so put the best foot forward all the time. Don't be rambling on. Get to the point. Make every word count. Be proud of what you've done. Keep the time, especially if there's multiple presenters. Some projects will have a team, and so there may be two or three presenters covering two or three different parts of it. Stick to the time. You have 15 minutes, so if you're three presenters, the max they can be is 5 minutes each. 6 minutes each takes them 3 minutes over time. 7 minutes each is pushing it. You're going to a 21-minute presentation in for 15. There's somebody else waiting to come up behind you, plus the judges have to do theirs as well. Be proud of what you've done. Uh, keep the slides simple and to the point. Don't over elaborate on the slide. Get your points across on the slide and then talk up those points. Confidentiality, always a big one across most people. Now, we fully recognise and respect the sensitive nature of the information submitted on the entries. Submissions are not discussed with anyone outside the judging process. There are three judges involved and myself as chair, so four people see the entries, no one else. We don't publish names of companies, organisations, or individuals that have not been shortlisted for an award. When the shortlist is finally laid out, everybody is informed of where they're fallen, whether they're on the shortlist or whether they have been unsuccessful. And on the back of that, then there'll be some advertising done saying Coleman Engineering or whatever has been shortlisted for the MEETA Awards. But that's it. There'll be no discussion on what the project was. Uh, Winners and company names and brief detail of the project are published at the award ceremony. So it'll be really a headline. Coleman Engineering, innovation and safety, new tagout system designed, will be about what will come up. So breach of confidentiality or any confidentiality on documents that are put in or their finished documents are got rid of once the award process is over. Student entries, briefly, what's required? Short synopsis of the project, the the abstract from the report is adequate to put it through. 10-minute presentation to highlight the benefits. One slide on cost benefit, even if only theoretical, need to see where somebody is going from a cost benefit or what they have behind it. Be available for a 10-minute presentation followed by the 15-minute Q&A on the 23rd, 24th of October. That's when all the awards will be judged. Student entries, they follow similar patterns to the main. Again, I said the abstract is sufficient. Good knowledge of the entry during the presentation is important. I have come across a few people over the years where uh, when they stop being questioned on the detail of their presentation, they just seem to have a few gaps. So it's good. Whatever you put down in the presentation, make sure you understand what you put down and that you can answer questions about it. Some benefits of entering, whether it's from a student point of view or whether it's from maintenance point of view within a factory. It'll raise your profile. Certainly, if you get through to the shortlist, because it will raise your profile within the company. It helps raise profile of maintenance within the company, even preparing for lots of people tell me, it's put a whole new picture on maintenance even by preparing for it. It's a great team building exercise. Lots of people get involved in it, trying to get the project ready. It's a good development opportunity for students. You have to do the presentation. It has to be short and concise to get your message across. Question and answer session to get your point across. It's a good entry on your CV to say that you are entered on the MEETA Awards. It's a good marketing and PR opportunity for companies. All winners are featured on the Engineers Ireland website. Several magazines pick up on the event and award winners, and a quick search of the internet will pick up some of them, and some funny ones pick up even construction industry magazine and things like that often highlight the awards that have been taking place and the people who have won. Many winners have gone on to develop good careers. I know several people who have, from a student point of view, who have been involved and have gone on and developed great careers in the industry. Awards are presented in front of many potential employers. So they are from a student point of view, they are your employer base in the future. And you must remember, their labour base for the future. And hopefully student winners come back in the future to compete in the actual maintenance awards. Some previous winners can be found in going back over a number of years. So good luck to everybody, and we look forward to seeing you. Oh, thank you very much. I hope I haven't bored you too much. I'm not too bad for time anyway. So, Patrick, we'll take any questions that might be available.
Yeah, if you have any questions, can you please just enter them in the Q&A? Right now, I'm not seeing any open questions. So, John, I guess you must have been quite clear.